about 76 we started as Chappa Tone. There's a little story behind that. With a couple of my other brethren had little sounds building. We all were trying to build a sound, but me and my brethren T Dread eventually came up with Chappa Tone. Chappa Tone was a school sound. We used to play in my mates' parties or the occasional school party. Moving on, by the time we left school, we evolved it to Youth Man, where the lads from the neighbourhood, sound became a bit bigger. The lads from the neighbourhood started moving with the sound. We stayed as Youth Man for a year, and then the year later we got changed to Armagideon, and the rest of that is pretty much history, where from what Armagideon achieved from that particular point. But as I said, 70s equipment. It would have been a garage turntable. I don't know if you remember the old, is it the Fidelity ones? And you've got a tone, volume, and it was, and you had speakers. Yeah. Well, we bought one of them actually, and disconnected the speakers. Found the speakers that where we needed to put a jack plug. Right, this can go into the preamp. You know them ones, innit?
Yeah.
Did you buy that from a local shop?
Yeah, we bought that from Mr. Reader's at Fartown Bar. And if you see them old Fidelity turntables, and there were two speakers you could plug into the back, tone, volume, and I think it had another one. I'm not sure what the other one was, but
different quality.
We basically disarmed that and turned that into a single deck. Put a jack plug on the output wires, and that can go into the preamp. As I says, we had a preamp made, a custom built, nice little thing, built down Chapel Hill. Guy called Evans Design, I think it was called, and that was another moving on to modifying the sound. We had a couple of amplifiers at the time. We had a valve piece. The valve piece we had at the time was 200 watt. We actually bought that off Natty Dread, a 200 watt valve piece, and we had it was a Lewis, or was it a Matamp, 100, 200 watt. So we had two amps basically and a preamp and a couple of speakers. Moving on, you evolved to a bigger sound.
Can you just remind me, what make was the amp?
The amp was the valve was Matamp. The valve was Matamp, and the 100 watt was a Lewis amp, if I remember right. I think it was a Lewis, because they were
from Croston Moor.
That's right. There was a guy who was the same guy up there in Croston Moor. So
and he took over Matamp now.
Yeah,